NFL 24. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Bucs and the Birds coming up next.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one in the NFC, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And Evans will have a Bucs first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. They run for the first time here with Rashad White. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield on play action. That's completed right side to Palmer. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Official foul, roughing the passer, defense.
You see this a lot on corner blitzes because they don't often get a shot at the quarterback, so they want to take it when they can. But this time the hit came too late. Easy call for the official.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Brought down that time by Nolan Smith.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd down, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. too much this time. Down he goes. Give that sack to Kobe Dean. Fourth down. Here's Jake Camarda on to punt for the Bucs. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Hey, let's go.
Here's Hurts to throw. They'll roll him out right. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Barkley, inside handoff. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. 1st down, here's White. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. In there to drop it for the loss, linebacker Kobe Dean, an outstanding play. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Mayfield now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. White will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
They go right back to White here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad White with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Buccaneers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught once again by Brown. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll buy some time right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Got the defense on their heels. 2 first downs in a row and now a pickup of 8. Second and a couple. Hurts. They'll roll him out right. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal. At the Buccaneers 7.
Looking to throw. Rolling to his right. This is caught. Touchdown! Grant Calcaterra. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles are back within a score.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Elliott on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. It'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Levante David.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Well, Rachaad White and the rest of this Tampa Bay offense going back to work now. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. It's fielded at the 45. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. They go play action with Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. This is Smith with a grab. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith, 28 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Elliott good with a PAT. That'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Bucs ready to take over once again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll go up the middle with White. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. To throw, Mayfield. There's a short one taken in by Otten. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Mayfield to throw it. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's White. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. So what a first half that he has had running the football. That now 3 touchdown runs.
And I would anticipate that when they get down in the red zone, he's going to get more chances as this game goes on, and I think that the guys blocking for him are going to ask for him to get more chances. They like the rhythm they've developed.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. A little bit of flip the script. Quarter 1, they struggled. Quarter 2 here, they put things together. And I guess sometimes, Charles, you just come out and you have to get your feet underneath you in a ball game, right?
That's exactly right, because every now and then you don't come out of the gate as fast or as strong as you want to. Sometimes you have to ramp up into it or take a few hits along the way and figure it out. And that's what they've done so far. Slow start, but now they're starting to put it together. On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Flush to his right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. They'll go to Barkley again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are able to move back in front. The call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White. Well, there you see it. A hat trick of touchdowns, and we're in the first half. I'm betting that he was over there saying, feed me.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
I got to eat.
There is no doubt, and he's real hungry right now, isn't he? I mean, let's be honest about that. We don't have to be on the field to understand what he's telling everyone. Give me the ball. We're locked in with the offensive line. They're taking care of business, and I'm finishing things off.
Well, heck, he might be able to turn this into an historic event. We'll see. Mayfield now on 2nd down. That'll be taken in downfield by Godwin. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 64 yards. And the Buccaneers have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 2. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete with the penalty marker down as well. And I think he was beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball left his hand. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, at the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
We've seen this offense do some unconventional things thus far, but they couldn't go for it on 4th down here, could they?
Could someone patch us into the head coach's headset? Punt the ball.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Buying time to his left. This short throw caught by Goddard. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. He got 29 yards that time. Yep, the challenge flag is out. Todd Bowles not pleased with the ruling on the field, and he's going to ask the officials to take another look. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Here's Hurts to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Play action. Here's Hurts sliding out of the pocket. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, Hurts forced out to his left. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
He'll buy some time right. And this is caught. Touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 34 yards. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
A wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. A call from Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. They'll look to throw. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The attention shifting back to Chris Godwin and the rest of the Tampa offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here, a tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
2nd down and 6 now. Hurts sets up to throw it. Rolling to his left. Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Bucs force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Now Mayfield. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. They'll be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Mayfield down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Across midfield. He's on his way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Trey Palmer, an even 90 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead is up to 8. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Taking it about the 1. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Steps away to his left. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Eagles! Saquon Barkley, 56 yards. And the Eagles are back within a couple of the lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And a fast footwork by White. There he goes, left side. this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And this is caught by Evans. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Going right side is White. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Play fake. Mayfield. This one taken in by Otten. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 4.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And his kick is gone. And they have regained the lead. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it. But the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll roll him out right. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Good running from Barkley there on first down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Hurts throw there, taken in by Smith. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Throwing is Hurts. Out to his left. This pass finds Brown in the comeback route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. Touchdown. Greg Calcaterra. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's got Otten on the out route. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to put.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2nd and 7. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. Takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. Following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick-6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Back to it after the pick-6. Mayfield got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. On the give, it's White. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They're going to try and run, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he can get to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Dancing to his left. This will be caught by Brown. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Hurts to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go play action with Hurts. Buying time to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
On 3rd down, Barkley. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
75 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yaya Diaby, he's the one who got in there. He gets the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Forced out to his left. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Hey, let's go.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, Cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Here's Barkley. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on them.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So Mayfield and the Bucs down by 12. Just under 2 minutes to go. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Here's Baker. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step up in this spot.
Mayfield. Evans has it left side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Mayfield to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Mayfield. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Across the formation, he finds Godwin. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Now Mayfield. It's caught. This is White. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Second down, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for third down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back in the 32. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles defense able to hold. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Hurts sets up to throw it. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. And that forces a fourth down situation. So it's the Eagles who get the win here. And the guy who really led the way was their quarterback, CD, and that's Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, this was a game for the ages, wasn't it? 6 touchdown passes. He had this offense running to its absolute peak efficiency. And I tell you what, that's as good a game as you'll see at the quarterback position.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.